Oh, kia ora whanau. Peter Mihaere here. Hope you're well and that this little video finds you and your whanau in a good space. I'm doing a little bit of sewing here on a Saturday morning. I have to confess, as I get older, I see my old man in me in front of the sewing machine here, but you know, this is an opportunity for us to have a chat about an opportunity that's come our way and something that the Māori o the Rōpū of Te Whanau o Mihaere have been talking about. And we wanted to bring it to you as an idea and to see if you might be interested in coming on board and supporting the whānau in a pretty unique sort of a way. And it requires us to sew some little kete together. And this kete looks a little bit like this. And that's my attempt at making it. It has been designed very specifically for this project by Kahuirangi and your cousin, Ka. And it's a one of a kind, and she's designed it and developed the template for it, and I'm having a go at sewing it. So with any luck, whoops, my microphone, with any luck, it looks pretty good and we'll get her approval. There's a few little blemishes, but not bad for an old fella like me in terms of doing some sewing. Anyway, this project that we have an opportunity to do has come by way of my old work, the work that I used to do. And I saw an opportunity for us to input into our whānau, learn a little bit about kete and what it means, the tikanga around it, particularly around the process of building something like this together. But it's also another opportunity for us to get together, to kōrero, to whakawhanaungatanga, to catch up with one another as well. So this little project is for us. We have to make a few of these kete, 13,000. Yeah, that's right, 13,000 of them. But in doing that, we get to put our aroha into this as we give to this group that needs 13,000 of those. And they also need 214 bigger baskets, which will be made of harakeke. And we'll talk to you a little bit about that soon, not in this video, but about what that will be doing. But we wanted to introduce you to this project that we have for our whānau. Now this project will mean a lot of work, a lot of mahi, a lot of time together, but it will also provide us with quite a significant amount of funds that we can put into the Te Whanau o Mihaere bank account, and then we can actually look at distributing that and using that to awhi our whānau, to think about our tamariki and our mokapono and what we can do for the future. In April this year, we of course met and gathered around a sense of purpose for Mihaere, and in many ways this is one of the projects that could help us do that, both from a whakawhanaungatanga, from a gathering together, relationship building, but also from an opportunity to raise funds. Now I've got to tell you, I can make these kete, I can make them, so if I can make it, you can make it. But to help us understand why we're making these kete, I invited the people from my old work, that's the New Zealand Baptist Missionary Society, or NZBMS for short, and I invited them to share with us a little bit about why they need these kete, what the project is that they're doing, and to tell us why they have chosen the Mihaere whānau to make these. And so this is a bit of an intro video to get you on board. I asked my opening question to Rachel and Steph. Rachel is the General Director and Steph is the Communications Specialist. And my first question was, what are you doing next year in 2017 that would require us to do this mahi. So have a listen to them, and then I ask, why the kete, what's meaningful about the kete, and then thirdly, why choose Mihaere. So have a listen, have a look at what they are suggesting, and I'll come back to you after that.
So NZBMS, each year we run what we call the PreSelfDenial Appeal. This is a fundraising appeal that we sort of put out to all the Baptist churches in New Zealand, and we sort of say, hey, why don't you partner with us? Join us and support our team of wonderful people that we have overseas, and do this appeal and get to know a bit more about NZBMS. And so each year we have a specific theme. Next year our theme is Ngā Taonga Tuku Iho, which is the treasures handed down. And we just, we live in a world where there's just so much, there's such a chase for material things and for wealth, and we just know that there's so much more that this life can, bring, and there's so many more treasures and things that are not material, that are immaterial, that we can get through relationship with others, that we get from God through Him handing down His Son to us, and for Jesus dying on the cross. And we just want to get that message across. That's why we're doing the work we're doing overseas. We work in places across Asia where there's not much material wealth, but we want the people there to know that actually you can have so much treasure just, believing in God and in His in His Son. So that's why we're doing what we're doing. So the appeal goes over 3 weeks. The first week is how the gospel is a treasure, how Jesus dying on the cross is such a treasure to us, because it means that we get to spend eternity in heaven. And week 2 is about how people are treasure, how the relationships we have affect us, and it helps us grow, and we can help others grow, and experiences and our relationships and all that kind of stuff. It's just, you can't buy that. And week 3 is, where is your treasure? What are you doing with your treasure? What are you doing with the blessings that you have been given, both material and immaterial? How are you using that to further God's kingdom? And so that's what we're doing. We're really excited about what it can bring, and we just look forward to the different ways that people will be able to share their treasures. And we thank you for being a part of it.
For 2017, we have settled on a kete, which you will know what that means, of course. And I've often thought and had this. I believe there's a Māori proverb that, don't ask me to say it in te reo, but goes something along the lines of, you bring your kete, you bring your kete, I'll bring my kete. We bring one that is full, something of who we are, and to the places that we go to visit, and then we also bring an empty kete. And by being in that place, we enable others to fill that kete that we have brought that is empty. And so we end up with 2 kete that are full. One is who we are, our values, our traditions, our tikanga, if you like, and this empty one that has been filled by the people we are spending time with. So that's often going through my mind. So in settling on a kete, we've determined that this is a basket that we can fill with the treasures of who other people are, as well as who we are. Another way that I've often heard it talked about is yes, you just fill the kete with things that are important to us, what makes you you, whether that is financial things, money, or if it is something that is a value, a gift that you've been given, a talent, something like that. So we think this is a great little treasure basket, really, that we can fill up and encourage people to see it as that, for both preferably money through the financial appeal, but in terms of who we are as people too.
Well, we were in the office one day, and Peter obviously turned up, and he heard that we were doing this theme, and you could just see him sort of light up. He had this idea, hey, my whānau could be a part of that. And so So that sort of is where we got the ball rolling. But actually, when you start digging deeper, it makes sense. Peter was here before Rachel in Rachel's role, and and he input a lot into this organisation. And so if we are able to, help in any way and help his whanau and all that sort of stuff, then we're excited to do that, and we're happy that it can continue and go on like that.
We know that. We know too that goes back even further than that, and that's with Peter's dad being part of the whole Baptist movement. So there's 2 generations, as far as we know, that have been a significant part of the Baptist movement in New Zealand, and we think that's pretty amazing, really. So there's something special, we think, about being able to get alongside the Mihaere whanau, and to honour them in what we believe and understand is that you're seeking to do by coming together as a wider whanau, wherever you happen to be in the country, and be learning from each other, understanding your own whakapapa and heritage, which I think is quite a special thing to do, and just understanding who you are as a whanau. So if we can be even a little bit a part of that, through offering you a gift as much as we believe you would be offering us a gift, and then that's awesome. All the better.
Well, thank you. Hey, kia ora again, whanau. So what do you think? Pretty cool project, pretty good reason to be involved, and it has the benefit of us being able to serve someone else, to give these Kete and what they represent into a group. But it also gives us, we have a treasure ourselves where we get to continue to be together, and then we get to put our aroha into the mahi, into the work. We're pretty excited about it, and we're really keen that we get as many people involved in this project as possible. So it is a sewn product, the big part of the project, but there are a whole lot of little different aspects to it. There obviously needs to be somebody that sits on a machine and sews, and we've got some ideas about how we might do that in groups and on your own and in family groups. But one of the key things is that we want, if it's done in whatever setting it's done, we want every member of the whanau to touch this, and even if your task is simply by picking it up and putting it into a box for packing, and that's all you do in terms of touching it, then just as you do that, you're putting your aroha into this little kete. You might be the person in your household that actually does the sewing, and maybe you do sewing in different parts. Another part of the job is doing the handles, plaiting the handles. This is where all the kids can be involved in making these little plaited things that become part of the handles. It could be your job is to do cutting up the hessian, the material here, or cutting up the right length of the feathers and so on. So there's lots of little different aspects in terms of it, and we want everybody in the whanau, everybody in each family unit, in each grouping that we do, to be a part of this and to touch it in some way, shape or form. So we'll give some more instructions and stuff like that in video too, so you can see how we can do it. But we've been accepted. Obviously we've been asked to do this now, and we're in the process of trying to source all the material that we need. One of the things that we will want to do is come together as a whanau. We hope that we can do that at Te Rauhina, and I realise that it's short notice, but we'll need to do it in September. Come together, we learn how to do it, make a whole heap. There will be some incentives for each region to do it, so we're just trying to work out what those incentives might be and have a little bit of competition and camaraderie across the motu. We want to be able to achieve this well, not only because we want to be able to give these gifts into this project and into the church that's involved, but we also want to build up our own knowledge, our own time together as well, and of course there'll be some fundraising aspects in regards to that as well. So more information to come, but this is the project, and we really do ask and trust that you'll all come on board with this. I know we're excited, and hopefully you're excited by it as well. So I better finish by finishing off this next little kete. So I'll catch you in the soup, eh? Cheers.